The countries in Europe which are one of the hardest hit by the coronavirus pandemic are now starting to see a drop in the number of positive cases. Now, the death toll also seems to be flattening, but thousands across the continent are still succumbing to the novel coronavirus. Now, as of today, more than 555,000 have tested positive for the virus, and nearly about 51,000 have died in just Europe alone. But with most countries now witnessing the peak phase, are now hoping that the virus spread may flatten out and there could be a quick recovery of those who have been infected. Now, the number of novel coronavirus cases in Spain has fallen to a record low. The country reported a death rate of about 2.6%, which is the lowest since the pandemic hit Europe. And Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez also held a video conference with leaders of Spain's autonomous regions and has reaffirmed strict lockdown for the next 2 weeks to contain the spread of the virus. Now, Italy also reported as many as about 431 new deaths due to COVID-19, and more than 4,000 people have tested positive for the virus in the last 24 hours. Now, this is the lowest since the past 3 weeks. Now, in a sign of relief, the number of patients in intensive care units has also fallen drastically. However, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has announced that nationwide lockdown will be extended until at least the 3rd of May in the fight against the pandemic. Now, France, which has been in isolation since the 17th of March, is also likely to extend its lockdown till the end of this month. And like its neighbouring nations, France too has seen a drop in the number of coronavirus cases. And in just the last 24 hours, at least about 314 people have died in comparison with the previous day's 345. For 4 consecutive days, the number of patients in ICU has also dropped significantly, with only about 6,845 now needing special care. As the virus has infected more than 1.8 million worldwide, resulting in the deaths of over 100,000 people globally, the World Health Organization has warned nations against the lifting of lockdowns and restrictions. Europe, where countries have witnessed one of the worst viral outbreaks, are now seeing a flattening of the curve, but are likely to continue with the restrictions for at least the next few weeks.